Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Come with me on a quick trip to Florida to visit a childhood friend. This getaway was so needed. And before I knew it, we were landing in Florida. The first day I got there, we drove past all these beautiful oceans. We were around the Santa Rosa Beach area the whole time, but each body of water was so different from the last. Our first stop was beach number 1. Simple, peaceful, and the perfect start of our trip. After that, we took another drive along the water, and each turn looked like a picture on a postcard. Then we went to this beautiful beach hike, completely different than any hike at home. And compared to the hikes at home, this little hill right here was the highest elevation change that I had on this trip. Yeah, that 10 feet right there. It just feels so tropical with all of these plants and the sand. We weren't allowed to step on the dunes at all, though. There were big signs everywhere. On our way back, we started hitting this stunning sunset. The sky was glowing, and that's just when we saw our first pair of dolphins. I swear I could have cried. It was so magical. The next day was a short day as I had to work, but I was still taken back by the beautiful scenes we were driving by the entire day. And that's when I saw this wild, massive Florida stink bug looking like creature. I don't know what it was, but it was huge and it can stay in Florida. But to follow that is just more scenes of this beautiful sunset. And guess what? We did see more dolphins on this one too. It was so pretty. During these drives, we got to lovingly trauma dump and allow healing to happen. Honestly, I needed this girl trip more than I knew. But man, when I tell you I loved this sunset, like, look at the bridge. It's just doing numbers for it. And the sky's just gorgeous. It just continues to go down. No notes. The next day, we drove through this stretch where the water is almost unbelievably clear. It didn't even look real. You can see the different sand dunes in the middle of it right there. It was wild because the water was so smooth that we were like, should we just paddleboard here or do we just go somewhere else? Like, oh, we were so torn the whole time deciding where we were gonna go. And look at those beaches. Can you see how pretty the sand is? Like, it's white. sand. And then look at that little town right there. Bloop. And then this building I'm obsessed with. And of course, no Florida trip is complete without finding a toll booth in its natural habitat. We finally made it to this new beach. One my friend actually visits for beach cleanups, which I love. And this beach comes with a new member. And this is Justin. He's the unexpected MVP of this blog. This is his first action shot, same Justin as before. And we're going to touch on him in one more moment. We started out on the beach and then paddleboarded into the ocean. The air was perfect, the birds were everywhere, and there was almost no noise pollution. Just peaceful. Minus Justin. Surrounded by birds, it was just amazing. But we need to bring it back to Justin and let him show us what his perfect day really looked like from his point of view. He had a different phone than I did, so mind the pixelation. But how cool is this? And you can see he's just having fun up there, just like we were having fun down there. And he comes around and you can see us in that little corner. How cool. And there we are. And I'll let you finish his perfect day. Justin also recommended this sunset spot. And wow, he wasn't wrong. The colors were unreal, and it is such a calm and perfect moment. I'll let y'all see how perfect in a second. He was supposed to come over and fly over us at this spot as well, but his contraption didn't start working. So, RIP, but we still got a cool spot. And if you have any suggestions of where you would go around there, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And what a perfect way to end a perfect day. And now we're on our way to Cypress Springs. I feel like the scenery shifted into like this almost simulation of a forest. But here we are. While she blew up our paddleboard, I started walking around and exploring. There was this really cool tree, and it seemed like they were controlling burns everywhere. I guess it's totally normal for Florida, but wild to see it up close. I was just walking around this send-off area before we got in the water, and there were some cool little finds I found. Like these roots were super cool to look at. And this is the little send-off area. It just goes straight into the water. And it was so cute. If you look really close, you can see some turtles on that log. It was like little gifts from nature. And just like that, we were going down the river. And it was still the river, not the springs yet. You can tell because the water is still really dark. You'll see what I mean. Oh, look how clear the water is. But look how beautiful. Oh my god. Wow. Obviously, past Elia loved this trip. As a Pisces, I feel like she would. But being obsessed with water, I get it. And of course, the one moment I was not filming is when I almost got attacked by a baby snake. I had to yeet my foot out of the water. And the only thing you could hear was the boat rushing through the water. It was so nice.
Ooh.
Beep beep.
Oh yeah, that really is.
Oh, we're scraping. Other way.
Push on your push.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. Look how pretty.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, of course, we had to explore all the little crannies and nooks that we could find. So this was an underwater cave that we went over. I really wish it would have been warmer, so I would have thought to bring goggles or something to go down there. It was so pretty. But in the heart of the springs, that beautiful deep cave just seemed to continue forever. I hadn't seen anything like that before. But you know who didn't need goggles? These guys, who kept climbing up this tree and jumping off. They said it was warm enough, but no thanks. They took the leap. I'm not good at estimating height here, but I would say it was at least a 50-foot drop. But we exchanged group pictures and went back on our way down the springs. Here's where we saw so many different fish. And if I haven't introduced him already, this is the bestest boy Rascal. He's basically the only reason we made it out alive. See, here he takes control as we go under this tree. And this outing, I actually got to see a live armadillo on the side of the road. My animal count this trip's pretty stellar. Not to toot my own horn or anything. Beep beep. But after that journey, we closed the day out with a beautiful sunset that was like a cherry on top of the whole trip. Flying home has never come too fast like it did this time. Thanks for sharing this time with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. I hope you like the sights as much as I did.